Join me, Bex from the Wide Boot Company, as I take my PRE horse for a clinic with Rafael Soto, the ex-Olympic rider, and I also have a great offer for my followers. We are nearly at Pepperwood Park. I am feeling like absolutely rubbish today, so yeah, sacroiliac's not feeling great. Haven't had the money to go to the osteopath to sort it out, so my seat is not really going to be as good as it should be, which is a bit of a shame, but anyway. Yeah, ladies' issues, you know how it goes. We always have those lovely rubbish days that happen every so often. So yeah, really not feeling particularly on form today, so we'll see how we go. But Elf's looking good, he's actually quite clean and travelled nicely, so yeah, I'm sure he'll enjoy it. And just hope Rafael's not going to give us too much of a hard time today. Yeah, anyway, nearly here. It's got just over half an hour. So yeah, I've borrowed these from Amber because I don't have any beigey colours. It's not really a colour I buy a lot of. Anyway, and I'm using the nice saddle pad that Soph bought for Attia, my ex-racehorse. So I've borrowed that just so that we could have something different. And I was meant to have my lovely brown new Wide Boot Company boots, but obviously the delivery did not turn up in time. It was meant to be here Thursday, then it was meant to be here Friday, and it never turned up. So it's going to be here Monday, which is obviously too late. So yeah, anyway, so we're going to do the old beige outfit anyway, but we might just put the Keira patent boots on instead. What do you think? What do you think Mummy should wear, Elfie? You don't care, do you? You don't care. You just don't care. Fair enough. Right, let's put your bandages on. I'll just show you the way I do my polo bandages. I actually got taught this when I was polo grooming in New Zealand. So my boss taught me how to do them like this. And it's really good because they don't drop down the leg because you've got a little layer in between that keeps it all together. So just measure the length of the back of the cannon bone or tendon, and then I start like this, and then you wrap this down the back of the tendon, so it just means as well it keeps it nice and even because you've got that little layer, so you don't end up with you know, the wraps going at different sort of pressures. It just helps to even it out and it stops it all sliding down. So yeah, these bandages are a little bit they're a little bit less thick and wide than my other ones that I normally use. Anyway, there we go. Oh, and the logo's upside down. You won't worry about that. Just wanted to show you the boots a bit better. So this is what I'm wearing today. These are the Keira patent leather version with mock croc top, and these were part of my special order, special colours, pre-orders. So yeah, I absolutely love these. They are so comfortable because they've just got the normal leather on the inside and then the patent leather's just on this bit here. So they feel quite nice and stiff and supportive, but they are super comfortable. Look, I can really flex my foot and really love these. So yeah, they're my new favourites at the moment.
Oh yes, in 2020 was not an easy year.
Not really, no.
Not really. Not really. Oh God.
Yeah, so he's only really in his second year.
Yes, I mean, I think that year I was still in the school, and we were like 4 months locked out, no people, and then very little people coming, and then also I couldn't go the whole year to any of my clinics. No. Then the year after, 2021, I came here, but not in the spring. I came in autumn. Yeah. And there was a lot of rules to come. Oh, the papers and this and that, vaccination.
Oh my gosh.
I think that might have been the first time I had a lesson with you.
Yeah. But
I I think this photo is from my first ever lesson with Rafael. Yes, Elfie was very woolly and got very sweaty because we were very unfit.
Okay, left leg kick, left leg kick.
I've left nearly the whole lesson footage in because there's so many good exercises. Anyone that does dressage can benefit from this. So yeah, even if you just do the walk bits, they are so beneficial for any horse.
Crossing the leg, come. Hold it back, hold the counter back, and flexion left. Yeah, make it mobile and supple. Come on. And again, straight all the way. And we do the same jump in the next one. Crossing it, look in the mirror.
So Rafael always warms us up with a lot of leg yield and lots of lateral work from the get-go. So as soon as you get in there, you are walking and then starting to get those lateral movements and get the horse's back end engaged.
Yes, then straight walk, all the way. So now we do the next, continue. Yes.
So then we moved on to doing some small circles in the corner and in the centre marker of the school, and out of those you would do either a traver or a shoulder in. So you're sort of just placing the horse out of the circle ready for the next part of the movement. So yeah, this is a really good way of getting them to engage.
So open the right hand, try to get on the left. It's like a hand pass, baby. Yes, got it. Finish straight, left leg in the corner. Okay, left leg now, make it straight. Let's go now on center line, please, to prepare your half pass left. So have a look on the left. Look ahead to the left, thanks. And now, the bending left, yes. Open right hand to support, yes. Continue half pass. Continue half pass. Come on, cross your leg. Pull back in the right way. Yes. Once you finish your half pass, then again leave the track or leg in. Right. Open the right hand, leg in. Leave the track. Leave it. Yes. Leg in. Pull back a bit. Yes. Left leg kick. Come on. Leg in.
As you'll see in the next clip, we haven't even trotted yet, and already these exercises are really helping the elf to push through from behind properly.
Now he's coming from behind. Beautiful. Keep the line straight. The line. Got it? Now walk straight, please. And show me now what. Now.
So I know watching a lot of walk work can be a bit boring, but I'm going to keep this in here because I want to look back at this and remember these exercises. Because it just works so well to get him working properly. So we start off with this circle in the first short corner, and then as we come out of that, we come up the centre line and do our leg yield over to the left.
Control back the left way, touch right leg, good bending, nice bending. Can you feel it? Beautiful.
So I'm really pleased with that leg yield. That's nice and soft, and yeah, it looks really good. Then we're coming into the next small circle, ready to prep for the next part of the exercises.
And in the way back, we do traver. Hunches in, on track. Your left leg a bit back. Hold it back in the left rein. Come on. Pull back a bit in the left leg, so the hunches will come more in, more left leg back. Come on, bend it right.
So, as you can hear from Rafael's description, traver is bringing the haunches in off the track. So the front legs are on the track and the hind legs are inside. I don't know what's happening here. The pivot had a little bit of a moment and didn't zoom in, so I'm going to fast forward slightly. I've just manually zoomed in a bit where it's quite far out, so apologies for the blurry quality.
And then shoulder in on the right, please. So your hands, you move your hands right. Yeah. Not allowed to move the hand. That's the way. That's the way. Keep this shoulder in on. That's really good shoulder in. Keep shoulder in on. Then leave the track in a circle. Now, your right leg. Easy. Then the way back, we do travel. Haunches in. Right now, open your left leg. And keep with your left to the back. And bending right. Yes. Yes. Pull back more in the left leg. So open more your left leg away from the leg. Yes, and pull. Come on. Yeah. Yes, now you have more hunches. Come on. Got it? Straight. Chain your grip on your left hand. Yeah. To do now center line and half pass right. Right now. Leave the track, center line, half pass. In. Thanks. Open the left and touch the feet with the whip. Half pass. Easy. Open the left. Yeah, and the other one. Easy. Come on. And once you're finishing the half pass, then leg it again left. Right now. Open the left leg. And pull it back. Rise to the back. Well, can you feel that? Well done. To improve the half passes, we need to do this.
So you can see how the transition between these different parts of the exercise just is setting your horse up in an easy way to be able to manage these exercises and just get the flexibility so much better. Then to finish off, we let him stretch out in a sort of slightly more extended walk, and you can see the improvement in the quality of the walk here.
Well done. Well done. Much nice, because he's over the back working now. You feel the back, and he's moving through the back. Okay, just after the corner, shoulder the ring. Beautiful.
So then we moved on to some trot work.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So from the moment he started off in this lesson, he felt really lovely and flexible in the trot, and he was working nicely forward. As we know, sometimes with Weatherbeeta, the problem I get is he's not very forward into my hand, and then we struggle to get the stillness, but he's been pretty good here. There's a little bit of chomping going on, but in general, I would say he is looking pretty settled, and he is also nicely around my leg, which is great.
Well done, one more circle, please. Keep the landing before he puts his hand. Flexion leg to the left. And try to move again, leg in. Right now, push with your left leg, open the right leg, leg in, leg in, leg in, leg in, leg in, push with the left leg. Now, okay, let's make a small circle in the corner. Before we do the leg in.
Some of the steps here look really lovely. I just wish we could get this all the time, but you know, we're getting there. It's such an improvement on how things used to be.
Right now, leave the track and now leg in. Next. Yeah, go. Go. Beautiful. Can you feel it? Much better. Straight all along the track. And again in the next corner, circle. 10 meter circle, and then center line leg in again. Super. Come on. Yeah, push with your left leg.
I think as well the rhythm here is so much nicer. A lot of the problems I have is riding in a field at home. It's very rutty, it's slippery, there's patches that are longer or shorter. It's very, very hard to keep a nice even rhythm, and when you ride in a beautiful arena like this, it's so much easier to keep a consistent rhythm, as you can see. So but yeah, you know, I mean, it's good practice, and if we can do it in a rubbish grass arena, then obviously it's always easier when you get into a nice arena like this.
Every circle is good. Straight, next corner circle. Good. Your bending leg, yes, the leg, and then shoulder in, straight away, after the corner. Come. Yeah, go. Shoulder, your whip a bit. Sweet whip. Yes. And circle on B. Now, your left leg. Beautiful. Keep the bend. And in the way back.
So I really must go back and watch my old vlogs of our previous lessons because, you know, looking at this, it's looking quite together, and you know, I was really proud of how this whole lesson went. He worked really nicely. We both worked very hard, but yeah, it just looks a whole heap better than our past lessons. So yeah, I think the strength and the maturity is finally starting to come.
Then shoulder in along the track. Come. Yes, beautiful. Come. And circle again on E. Go now. Yes, and in the way back. We do traverse. Open your right hand, close your left. And hunches. Yeah, bend even. Well done, next. Open the right hand. Well done. Check your whip on the right hand. Center line. Now, leave the track, half pass left. Open right, bend in left. Beautiful. Look ahead to the middle. Beautiful. Now, leave the track with the leg in right, up the center line. Open the right way.
So you'll see the exercise pattern is exactly the same as what we were doing in the walk work. We've just upped it to a trot. But yeah, you're doing the same pattern, the same shoulder ins, traverse, into the half pass and the shoulder ins, all in the same pattern. It just works to get the horse moving correctly.
Hold the track. Now leave the track. Beautiful. Now change and go. Hold the track. There.
And now doing this trot serpentine, I can really notice the difference here because he is keeping the balance so much better. He's not coming back to me as much when we change the bend. He's just staying in a really nice rhythm.
Before we do the center line leg in left. Okay. Now we do the same jump, but in the other hand. Now center line, please. Now leg in. Come. Look ahead in the mirror. Much better. Much more subtle. Straight. And we do the same jump. Just arrive on corner, circle, and then center line leg in left.
So the Pirouettes had another funny moment, and I've speeded that bit up, and I'll zoom in now.
Better. Much better. And then straight all the way. And it's much better in balance. Yeah. Keep riding. Let's go to your next step. First, the circle in the second corner. Keep riding. And circle. Go ahead. And back to straight line. And then shoulder in along the track. Keep bending before you move the hand. Yes. And circle on E. Come on, right leg. Come. Keep the bending. And in the way back, to track we do traverse. Hunches in. So you open your left wrist, close your right. Pulling a bit on the left leg to bring the hunches in, more hunches. And change your whip. Will be better. Come on, keep riding. The next corner coming, again circle. And after that, shoulder in. Along the track. Come. Circle. And now ready for shoulder in. Come. And then shoulder in. Yes.
I'm so happy with how these shoulder ins are looking. Really, really nice.
And then circle.
I don't know what on earth the Pivo's doing. That's having a real funny 5 minutes. But anyway, does a pretty good job of tracking us most of the way around, to be fair. But yeah, considering these circles are quite small as well, I think the balance is really getting so much better.
Oh, good. Center line and half pass right, please. Now look ahead to the right. Look it. Open the wrist and half pass. Can you feel it? Now leg in left. Up the center line. Take it easy. Come on, right leg. Then straight and right. Keep riding. Next, and make a serpentine with 4 loops. Riding with your right leg. Super. Change your diagonal trot. Your left leg, fold the track, fold the track. Okay. And again, right. Okay. Fold the track, please. Beautiful balance. And now, left. Beautiful. So we are ready to produce the walk.
So then we started to work on some canter. A little bit of a fun moment there.
And right, and straight canter. And right, keep staying contact.
So in the video, it doesn't look like we're getting that fast, but it felt like he was really belting along this long side. I was quite happy about it actually, because it's nice to get him going forwards. But he was definitely feeling quite on form today, which was good in many ways, and meant he was much more rideable, and I wasn't having to nag him a lot to get him to go forwards. But also, yes, sometimes it was a bit like, I think we need to slow down a little bit.
Super job. Keep the flexion head on the left. Don't allow to move his hand. Circle again. Yeah, and then after the short track, diagonal line in canter. From F up to S, And then contra canter in that column. Right leg a bit back, right leg touch back, 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 touch back. And straight, and in the end, trot, in the end of the long track mix. Now right leg push, half roll back, and trot. I think up and down. Yeah. Change your diagonal trot, go in the rotate. Well done. Well done, next. Well done. Now after your circle, leave the track letter K up to R. And then we do contra canter. Continue it. Your legs a bit back. Always touch with the leg back.
I've cut a few bits out, A, to stop the video being ridiculously long, and also because the Pirouette lost a few sections here. But we are doing canter here, so we've come out of this long diagonal and carrying on in canter. This is quite a long way to canter for us, because doing a whole long side is quite a long way. So yeah, he did well there. Bit of a messy transition back down to the trot, but yeah, we gathered it back again.
Still go. Yeah, belly left. Come on.
So that was a lot of faster work for us with no breaks, so both of our fitness must be getting better. Anyway, then we worked on some longer rein, just letting him stretch out a bit, which was fine. You can see that when he is doing some of this work, this is when his fussing with the bit really is quite obvious. But anyway, yeah, all in all, a great improvement from last time, I would say.
The other way, yes. And just after the next column, legs on, legs, leg, and walk. Leg, seat, and walk. 3 legs, 2 minutes. Well done. It's much better in the balance, I have to say. Yeah, for the last time to now. Yeah, he's stronger, and he's more balanced, and better in balance. Well done. So
that was really nice to hear. I have worked really hard with him. Anyway, we then moved on to some travers, followed by some walk pirouettes. So he got us to set up the walk pirouette by doing the travers first, and then into the pirouette here, as you can see.
Change your whip on the other hand. Super nice. A beautiful way to do the change of the whip. This is the correct way. Okay, we do the same job in the next job. You do this.
So in case you missed that comment from Rafael, he said that is the correct way to swap the whip over into the other hand, like I did it. So you literally flip it up in the air over the horse's head, rather than pulling it through your hand miles up and then down, so it's a much sort of cleaner, quicker way to change the whip over. If anyone wants to see a close-up, I can film a demonstration another time. Just let me know in the comments.
And now your left pivot. Hands left, nice pedal. Kick, whip. Yes, again, change your whip. Let's do another pivot, just in the corner next. So
again, I really feel like these pirouettes are much better than our last sort of tries in our last lessons. And also, if you have watched any of my vlogs with the MCI Sevilla test that I did, we really struggled to get nice walk pirouettes in the dressage test there. So yeah, this seems to be a good improvement as well. So then we moved on to some walk to canter transitions.
Rise by back, left in front, and jump to canter. Go. Yeah, this is really nice. Continue in circle one more time. Beautiful, next. Our next step in canter will be center line and leg it up to the right. Remember your right foot a little bit back. And a lot of holding back in the right leg and release your left. And go sideway right. Sideway right. And your whip it back. That was really good. One more time in the next center line.
So Elf felt really quite forward here. I was struggling a little bit to turn onto the centre line as he was really forward, which isn't... I'd prefer him to be forward and miss the centre line than to, you know, be sort of slobbing along and not going off my legs. So yeah, I'll take that. As you can see, even doing the haunches in here, he's pretty forward going.
Let's try one more time this trot there. We need the head more together. So play around with the contact. And make the head come together. And now, try that, haunches. On track. Yes, there. Do it one more time in the next track. Trot there. Come on, your right foot, open your right hand. And circle. Leave the track. Again, shoulder raise, some flexion in the mouth. In your whip. And again, travel along the track. Collect it back a bit, rise to the back. And hunches, come on. Hunches your whip. Set the line, hot pass. Try now. The hot passing hands. Come. Tie back to contact.
So there's just a slight little loss of rhythm there. Obviously the canter half pass is quite difficult, so he just struggled a little bit there. But anyway, and then straight on into the canter, which he again doesn't have a lot of problems with canter. It's something he is quite balanced with. It's actually something that causes me a few problems, the fact that he is so balanced in the canter, because I find it very hard to feel whether he's on the correct lead sometimes, because he is so smooth on the wrong lead. So now we're going back to that haunches in and walk pirouette exercise now that he's had a good canter round.
Now you feel it? You feel the collection? The whip and then pirouette. Open left and vice versa. That was good. Okay, we are ready to produce the canter. In the next corner, you have to tie back the left rein and jump to canter with your left foot back, right in front. Okay, 1, 2, and canter, right in front. Go. And circle.
Pivo got a bit stuck here, but while there's nothing to watch, the purpose of this exercise with the walk pirouettes is to get the collection better in the canter. So as you can see, as we've practiced those walk pirouettes more, I'm able to collect up this canter more and get a bit more of a bouncy, sort of shorter rhythm and stride. I think it also improved the walk to canter transition as well.
Come on. Oh, that was great. Change your whip on your left side. Walk. Collect. He was wrong. Collecting, moving contact, and again cancel. Left foot back, right in front. Go. And now haunches in on track. On next track, open your left brain and play with the count, keep it in. And whip behind. Yeah, and then circle. Keep the track. Okay. Once you're back again on track, you try it one more time. You trot left. Next track, there. Now, you whip your left leg. Haunches, come, touch your whip. Come, center line, half pass. Turn. Yeah, you whip your left leg. Come on, half pass. Up to the right. Come, you whip. And now half holding the left rein. And counter canter. Left split, come on.
Oh, I can tell you now that this was blooming hard work. You know, you get so many instructions fired at you so quickly. You really do have to keep your wits about you. But yeah, anyway, we managed to keep going for most of it. And yeah, you can see the improvement in the canter here as we're starting to get that collection a bit better. So we were trying to work on simple changes here. That was not good. He ran into it and wasn't listening. Yeah, so we went round and started that bit again.
You make a small circle, and from a small circle to walk. So now jump to canter in the corner. Open the left rein, and go. Now small circle.
So I think the aim is by doing these smaller circles before we start the loop into the serpentine with the simple changes, is to shorten the canter up and try and get him back on his haunches a bit to then try and get a nice neat transition.
And now canter. No, he's on the wrong canter. Circle, small circle.
So yeah, obviously we got an incorrect canter lead there after a very messy transition. That's my fault. I don't put enough weight into my right rein, which quite often then means we don't get that correct canter strike off.
Yes, circle, small. Again. Yeah, no problem. Small circle to review. This is a difficult rein. Yes, small circle. Once you are in track, there, collected. Circle, there. Yeah, more. Yeah, come on. And then serpentine and walk. Back and walk.
So I understand what Rafael is trying to help us with here by breaking this serpentine down into much smaller circles, getting the control back, getting the balance back, getting him onto his haunches, so that when we do ask for these downwards transitions, that he's listening better and more able to do them, and it's just helping with the upward transitions as well. So I've kept all of these bits of these exercises in the video because I think they're really useful, and I'm going to take this and work on this with Amber when I have my lessons with her, because we can do these serpentine exercises and break down the smaller loops, smaller circles, and hopefully start to crack the simple changes, because it has been our nemesis for a while, very frustrating, and it's in quite a lot of the dressage tests that I would like to do, and it's also a good precursor to learning the flying changes. So yeah, we need to crack this. So this is a great exercise, I think.
Come, diagonal, beautiful canter now. And just in the end of the diagonal, walk and circle in the corner. Collect it back, walk, and walk. Circle left, in the corner, flexion left. Whip in the other hand, and flexion right, left with the contact.
So again, this is another variation on a theme of the same idea, keeping the smaller circles, coming back to that walk into the corner there, straight into another small circle in the walk, and then out of the circle into another canter, and then opening up the canter across the diagonal slightly.
And then, walk, circle. Weekly circle. Yeah, flexion right. And we are ready to produce the canter right once we pass the corner. Open your left rein. Play with your left split back. Right in front. And left split back. Right forward. Now, better. Go. Yes, come on.
So yeah, I think he's starting to look a bit tired here, which is why we completed this bit of the exercise, and Rafael's asked me to just put him on a longer rein and just give him a chance to relax for a few minutes, because he's worked really, really hard there, and he was ever so good actually. I'm really pleased with all of that work.
Come on, Max. Trot circle, come on. Yes, come on, Trot. And sit and walk. Break. Okay. Can you see how you have to organize? You need to do this way to improve the connection in the canter, okay? That was really good. Diagonal line. Keep walking. We still need the last step now. The last step includes you go to trot, sit down, and ask it a little bit of piaffe. Yeah, with your whip, with your leg, to improve the connection in the trot. And he moves the hind leg, and then we have connection. This is so important. Okay, change your whip.
So, in case you missed that, he's saying we're now going to move on to doing some sitting trot and piaffe work just to improve the collection again. So that's what we're really working at mainly in this lesson, is the collection.
Then trot. Sit down in the trot. Come. Your whip up in your leg. Yeah. Now a little bit touch whip.
So I'm aware he's going a little bit hollow in some of this, but it is very difficult for him.
And trot. Beautiful.
So we're just asking for a few strides, and then we ask him to go forward. And a couple of the strides there felt amazing. I was so happy with that. And again, the one in that corner just gone felt really good. It's a shame the pivot didn't quite catch up with us there. But yeah, and again, some really nice steps there.
Yeah, go. Yeah, shoulder the ring, hands down.
Yeah, really good boy. So happy with that.
Yes, and drop. Yeah, down hands.
He just got a little bit too much there. What I love about this horse is he loves to work. His ears are pricked the whole time, and he just loves doing his work. So Rafael's advice is just to do a little bit of this every time we train, just a few steps here and there, and eventually over time he will build the strength. You should never ever ask your horse to do a lot of this in one go when they're not used to doing it. It is very difficult for them to do. So yeah, never push your horse too much. Just ask for a few short little strides and then reward them and let them go on. So yeah, here we've moved on to some more medium trot work.
Second corner. And we do again, medium trot, along track. Beautiful. And now, diagonal, angle. Go. And come back. Your whip change to the right. Okay, good girl. Now sit down.
And now that he's had a little bit of a medium trot to stretch out, we go back to a little bit of the piaffe again.
Hold it back. Whip leg, collect it. Touch. And trot. And again, back. And again, piaffe. And touch. And touch. And again, trot. That was great.
Those last couple of steps there felt amazing. Really happy with that. It sounds like Sophie liked them as well from her laughing there.
Super. And now long in the range, stretching the neck. Yeah, bending left. Yeah, head down, bending. Yeah, circle with the long range like this, bending left. Yes, super nice legs. Super. And now sit, walk, and free raise. Could you feel that, Piaffe? Yeah. Don't forget to do it. Every day is a kind of gymnastic and will help you to collect the horse. But it's, I'd say, it's much better than the last time. You can open, please. Well done. You're welcome.
Oh, that was just the best lesson. Just a couple of stills there. He worked really hard, so we took him into the outdoor school just to walk him around, just to cool off a little bit, as he was quite sweaty. So I was really lucky to get a Weatherbeeta code from them, which gave me 50% off. So I bought him this rug for travelling, so that when I wash him off like now and he's a bit damp, and it's not cold, but he's going to get a little bit chilly travelling home with nothing on him. So I got this. So this is the first time I've put it on him, and it's got similar to the Thermotex sort of fabric on this bit here, so that should keep him nice and warm. And then it's got the mesh sides, so again, where I've washed him off, it will just help the airflow and stop him getting a chill, just keep his muscles warm. But yeah, that's a lovely fit, really nice rug. Like that. Do you like that? Nice. So yeah, thank you Weatherbeeta for the code, and I've got some offers coming up on my vlog, so keep an eye out because I have got a little giveaway happening with Weatherbeeta. I wasn't expecting that lesson to go as well as it did because I was not feeling great this morning. But anyway, he worked fantastically, and I can't believe how forward he felt. I mean, literally, we went into that first canter and he was like, so yeah, and then he carried that up for the whole lesson, so his fitness must be better than I thought it was. And he was really enjoying all the cantering especially, so it's good because, like, you know, sometimes I do struggle to get that forwardness, and then we have the contact problems because he backs off the contact when he's not forward enough. But today you were super boy, weren't you? You worked so hard. Yeah, and like those little bits of Piaffe at the end, that is what makes all the hard work worth it. When you get those little moments like that and you're like, oh, that felt amazing. Yeah, you were so good. So yeah, really chuffed with him. Thanks again to Rafael for another lovely lesson. Really always enjoy coming here, and it's such a good gauge. I think not everybody wants to go to different trainers all the time, because he obviously is in Spain and it costs a lot to have these lessons. It is something I only do twice a year, but I find it such a good gauge of where our training is, because he sees the gaps and we go away, we work on the things that we've talked about, and then I come back 6 months later and we have another lesson, and it just really gives me a good marker as to what we're doing and how we're getting along and what we've improved on. So yeah, you know, and he definitely seemed to be thinking, well, he said a lot of times we've improved a lot, so I'm really happy with the way the training's going. I've obviously backed off the dressage competing at the moment because it was kind of getting me down a bit, but doing this makes me feel, yeah, that this is the right path for us at the moment, just to stick on the training. And then we'll do the competition once we've cracked all these little contact issues. But yeah, really, really chuffed. You're very tired now, aren't you? You tired? Yeah, you're a good boy. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. So a huge thank you to Soto for videoing and helping me, and also to Sussex Lusitanos and obviously Rafael and Pepperwood Park for hosting. I can't wait till next time.